Hi again, YouTube. Okay, so thank goodness today I'm finally getting to do these videos, and even if I am just doing them here in the car, I feel like my head is like a little bit clearer today, and that I can actually focus and do these. So I want the second part of my pregnancy that I wanted to talk about. I mean, I was talking a little bit about symptoms in part one, and the rest of the symptoms really starting to take hold was towards the end. So my original due date was supposed to be May 18th. That would have been 40 weeks. But as I found out during the pregnancy, twin pregnancies very rarely are making it to 40 weeks. I don't know what the incidence or occurrence is of it making it to 40 weeks, but in general, most practitioners and most doctors actually say, if you can just make it to 36 weeks, you'll be great. So, and in general, the babies are fine. Obviously, something about the placenta starts deteriorating a little bit faster in a twin pregnancy than a normal pregnancy, so that the placenta just starts to break down. So after 36 weeks, so it was really important to just try and make it to 36 weeks. I was feeling like I was ready to have these babies at 32, 33, 34 weeks. I was like, get them out. I was ready to have them out. I actually was psyching myself out in my head saying, oh, sometimes twins come early, so maybe mine will be those that come early. And every week, between weeks 32 and when they ended up being born, which was 36 and a half, I was dying. I had already not been able to sleep well since December, which was around 5 months. I was already having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't lay on my back. Obviously, I couldn't lay on my stomach. So I had to lay on my sides. And no matter what side I was on, it was never comfortable. And it got worse and worse and worse towards the end of the pregnancy. By the end of the pregnancy, I was also going to the bathroom every hour and a half. It was not every 15 minutes or every 20 minutes like some people say that they have to go to the bathroom, or they're in the bathroom every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I was not. It was every hour and a half. But I still felt like every hour and a half was insane. And that was during the night too. So towards that last 4 or 5 weeks, it was I couldn't sleep because my back was killing me. I couldn't sleep because I don't like sleeping on my sides, and I've only ever slept on my stomach or on my back, so now I have to get used to sleeping on my sides. And then I couldn't sleep because of overall just generally being anxious for the pregnancy and for meeting the babies. And then I couldn't sleep because of the vomiting. And then I couldn't sleep because I was peeing like crazy. So it was the last... Hi, babes. I know you guys are going to get to say hi soon, I promise. So it was literally insane that I was the end of the pregnancy. It was just ridiculous. Sorry, thanks. Was just ridiculous. The amount of symptoms that seemed to come up all at once actually prompted me at the end of the pregnancy to be can you guys do a test and let me know? Or let me know if you think close to labor, because I literally was all of a sudden there were so many symptoms that I was maybe the babies are coming soon or whatever. And they actually did do a test to make sure that the cervix was still closed or whatever. And I'm trying to think what else symptom wise. I mean, I never actually had back pain. My back hurt once in a while because of sleeping, but I never had back pain throughout the whole pregnancy. I never had any problems sitting down. Oh, I remember the other symptoms now. The headaches. the headaches were out of control. Now, I have migraines. I do get migraines. I do have, usually not consistent headaches, but maybe like once a month I would have a pretty bad migraine. And then every other once in a while, I would have a terrible migraine. And then every other once in a while, I would just have a little normal headache. But during the pregnancy, it was every single day. Every single day. I don't know what was triggering them. They kept telling me it was sugar, then they would tell me it's salt, but really they kept focusing on it being sugar. They kept telling me and swearing to me that I was going to get gestational diabetes, and if I'm not careful, that it's all has to do with the sugars. And I don't know how much it was sugars or not, because they made me do 2 diabetes tests. They made me do 2 glucose challenges, and one at around 18 weeks, because they really thought, oh, you're for sure going to get gestational diabetes. So, you know, we want to test for it early, because almost for certain you're overweight, you're having twins, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, thanks for the negativity. Like, you know, I'm guilty before proven innocent. What is this? So anyways, amazingly, that first glucose challenge, I was only at 100, like 100, whatever it is, micrograms per deciliter, whatever the thing is. And that was the 1 hour glucose challenge. I was only at 100. Then they repeated it again a couple weeks later, and again, I was only at 100. So they were amazed that I was not showing signs of any gestational diabetes. I also had no signs of high blood pressure. I had no signs of high cholesterol. I had nothing. It was like, so what are causing these dang headaches? And because they were just constant. And I don't know. I couldn't function. And I was literally practically medicating myself every single day with Tylenol. I scared people about how often I was taking Tylenol. And I don't know how good it was. I don't know, whatever. I just know that I could not function. And the only thing, and I couldn't take anything else, nothing else. And I mean, at the end, it was just insane. I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm not a medicine popper. Like, I don't like taking Tylenols. Like, I don't like taking medicines all the time. But it was like I couldn't wake up and not have a headache. And the thing is that I had actually, if you guys have ever watched any of my other videos, I'm a heavy smoker. And I actually stopped smoking the day after I found out I was pregnant. Like, that night, I had a couple more cigarettes because I still was in disbelief. And then the next day, I completely stopped. So I went from like a pack and a half a day to nothing. And I don't know if it was another way of my body reacting to all of a sudden not having cigarettes. So I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. I think that's all I'm gonna talk about with symptom wise. If I ever think of anything again, I'll mention in another video. But I really think symptoms and overall how the pregnancy was pretty bad. And I'll talk about the other stuff in another video. So I'm gonna start posting some of these, and I can't wait to start hearing you know, questions. If anybody has questions, as I start to do more videos, I probably will answer some of those questions. I will talk about I'm gonna do a video on some of my doctor's appointments. It won't be a very long one, but just overall, like how many appointments I was going to and all kinds of stuff during a twin pregnancy, because that was insane too. Yeah, that's it for now. Talk to you later, YouTube. Bye.